Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. If you're anything like me, you absolutely love breaking down exactly how and why certain pieces of media just explode online. Well, you're in exactly the right place. Today we're dissecting the anatomy of an absolute smash hit, a music video that's completely dominating the fiercely competitive Japanese YouTube charts right now. We're going to trace the specific steps, the key players, and the super clever digital footprint that built this phenomenal success. So get ready, because we're looking at a literal masterclass in audience engagement.
Okay, let's dive into this right off the bat. Number one, we aren't just talking about a video that's performing pretty well. The track we're analyzing today actually hit the absolute #1 trending spot for normal videos in the entire Japanese region. And let me tell you, in a digital landscape as crowded and hyper-competitive as Japan's, snagging that #1 spot is an incredible feat. It takes a total perfect storm of elements coming together at exactly the right time.
And the viral velocity here is just staggering. Look at this. Over 639,900 views in exactly 1 day since it was published. That's nearly 640,000 pairs of eyeballs mobilized in just 24 hours. I mean, this isn't some slow burn. This is explosive, immediate, massive community action. So the big question we need to figure out in this explainer is, how exactly did they pull this off?
So let's start with Section 1, Japan's #1 trend, looking at the core data.
The specific target of our analysis today is the original music video titled Replace to Be by the collaborative unit VSS. But crucially, notice where this is hosted. It lives on the YouTube channel Yumeoi Kakeru's Jukebox. And that's really important, you know? It tells us the specific digital real estate this trend occupies. It's not just floating out there in the void, it's anchored directly to a specific creator's hub, pulling all that massive traffic straight into their curated ecosystem.
Moving right along to Section 2, meet the VACHSS supergroup, the voices behind the velocity.
Right, so we are looking at an absolute powerhouse lineup here. The members of this VACHSS collaborative unit are Kuzuha, Kanae, Kagami Hayato, Fuwa Minato, Kenmochi Toya, and Yumeoi Kakeru. Now, if you're familiar with the virtual creator space, you already know this is a literal all-star roster. Every single one of these names commands their own dedicated, highly engaged fanbase. By bringing these 6 specific creators together for one track, they aren't just adding their audiences together. They're completely multiplying the hype.
And this brilliantly illustrates the real power behind the Nijisanji VTuber connection. These creators, well, they don't exist in isolation, right? They're all part of the massive VTuber agency, Nijisanji. So combining these virtual talents under a shared agency umbrella means fans already get the group dynamics, the overlapping lore, the collaborative energy, the whole shebang. It acts as a massive engagement multiplier that basically guarantees the video hits the ground running the absolute second it goes live.
Which brings us to Section 3, behind the music production, focusing on the professional engine running this whole thing.
Because guys, this isn't just a casual upload. This is a highly orchestrated engine. Just look at these credits. You've got arrangement by Yuki Saito and live guitar track by Masaomi Shiroishi. And for that sheer technical polish, they brought in recording and mixing engineers Yuka Ogawa and Hironobu Asano from the Redefined studio and finished it all off with mastering by Tsubasa Yamazaki. They clearly invested heavily in top-tier audio quality here. They knew for sure that with this level of anticipated hype, the final product had to sound literally immaculate to keep viewers hitting that replay button over and over again.
But take a closer look at who's actually leading this charge. Yumeoi Kakeru isn't just the host of the channel where this dropped. He's the lyricist, he's the composer, and he's one of the lead vocalists. I mean, wow! It's an incredibly impressive display of creative control. He's really acting as the multifaceted driving force of the entire project, making sure that the artistic vision perfectly aligns with their platform strategy.
All right, let's jump into the final section. Section 4, Anatomy of Viral Velocity, analyzing the digital footprint.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this strategic keyword dump hidden deep in the video's metadata. We're looking at raw data here, pulling English and Japanese variations mixed seamlessly together. Nijisanji, VTuber, anime, game, cover, original song. They are purposely feeding the YouTube algorithm a very, very specific diet of text to make absolutely sure this video is indexed exactly where they want it.
And as you can see, they're executing a brilliant dual-layered strategy here. On one hand, you have broad appeal. By targeting massive global search terms like anime, game, and Japan, they're casting this huge net to capture general interest in algorithmic recommendations. But simultaneously, they're employing super tight niche targeting. Using highly specific terms like Nijisanji, VACHSS, and the individual members' names lets them hyper-target their existing fan communities. It's honestly a beautiful balance of catching the general public while securely locking in those hardcore fans.
And the result of all that optimization? Well, it's crystal clear in the engagement data. Over 68,800 likes in just the first 24 hours. I really want to emphasize this. That number represents active approval, not just passive viewing. When an algorithm sees almost 70,000 people actually taking the physical action to hit the like button within a single day, it immediately flags the content as highly valuable and pushes it even harder to the top of the trending page.
And hey, it doesn't stop at likes. We're also talking about over 2,600 comments fueling the real community conversation. Fans are in there dissecting the lyrics, praising the vocal combos, and just actively cheering for the group. This deep level of engagement keeps viewers on the page way longer, which signals to the platform that this isn't just a quick clip, it's the center of a major cultural moment.
So the crucial point is, what's the actual playbook here? Well, step 1, assemble a massive VTuber collaborative unit to pool those built-in audiences. Step 2, execute a high-tier, professionally engineered original music production so the quality actually matches the hype. Step 3, masterfully optimize your metadata, balancing broad appeal with niche community targeting. And the result is step 4, you completely dominate the regional charts in 24 hours. Honestly, for digital marketers, creators, or anyone just fascinated by online trends, this is a literal masterclass in modern digital strategy. Which leaves us with this final, pretty exciting thought. We've just analyzed the anatomy of their explosive first day. But you know, momentum like this rarely just stops overnight. With nearly 640,000 views locked in after just day 1, how high will the VHS unit climb by the end of the week? It is a fascinating trend to watch, and I highly encourage you to keep an eye on how this digital footprint continues to expand. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep staying curious about the data behind the trends.